Okay, let's get into this one. Let me get a video, get the volume up first. Nice and loud. Good. All right. Thank you for joining us. Anthony Joshua fights Otto Wallin tomorrow night, Saudi Arabia, the day of reckoning. Or I've called it the end of an era. Without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, there will be an upset tomorrow night for sure. I mean, when this card was announced, I said, you know what? It's going to be an upset, this card. I don't know if it's Joshua, I don't know if it's Wilder, but it's going to be an upset. So first and foremost, I want to get some things out of the way. Without time, anytime I do a prediction or a breakdown, it's not because I hate one fighter or I dislike another fighter. I try to be fair in my breakdowns, and I'm going to try and be as fair as I can with this one. There's a lot of rubbish that's spoken in commentary when we talk about Anthony Joshua. A lot of rubbish, and it comes up. Yes, Barry, how you doing? A lot of rubbish is spoken about Anthony Joshua. Actually, I've got to do this first. Please excuse me for just 2 seconds. I didn't do this for the video, so I better do it now. Give me 2 seconds. My apologies. I'll have to do it after. Anyway. Hey Barry, hope you're good. Hope you've been watching the Man United and the Celtic FC24 videos. Anyway, back to my point. So there's a lot of rubbish spoken in the media about Anthony Joshua. That I get really offended when I watch Anthony Joshua fights, and like when Anthony Joshua walks onto the stage, you know what he's doing a weigh-in, or he's got a press conference. People say, "Oh, there's Anthony Joshua. He's looking powerful." But what does that mean? He's looking powerful. I don't understand how somebody walking into a room, he's looking powerful, or he's looking lean, he's looking in shape. Well, no, he's meant to look lean. He's meant to look in shape because he's a professional. When has Anthony Joshua ever come into a fight where he's looked out of shape? He's looked heavier, but he's never looked out of shape, and he's always body beautiful. That was like the same with David Haye. Oh, he looks ripped. I mean, like every time we see Anthony Joshua, it's the same rubbish that's been regurgitated over and over and over again. And this it's like a myth. Anthony Joshua was like this destructive one-punch knockout artist. How many people Anthony Joshua, how many world-class heavyweights has Anthony Joshua stopped in the first 3-4 rounds? World-class heavyweights who've come to fight. He doesn't. He didn't stop Jermaine Franklin. It took 7 rounds for him to stop Helenius. He's come off 3 or 2 back-to-back losses with Usyk. Then he had, was it the Pulev fight? Was it? And then we had the Andy Ruiz 2 fights. He doesn't really blow people out of the water. It doesn't knock people out early. So let's get that out of the way. And then back in the day when AJ, well, back in the day, that AJ was, if you remember, you were the same commentators that were saying AJ needed experience. Like people saying, oh yeah, AJ needs experience. He's learning on the job. So the guy that's learning on the job is the guy that's going to be able to beat world-class heavyweights. So that's a bit of a contradiction now. That doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make sense. AJ is a thudding puncher, but he's not a guy like Deontay Wilder. When he says he's going to knock you out or render you unconscious, you can believe that. When AJ says it, I don't think he believes it himself. And of course, when you have been stopped and you've been rocked and you've been hurt on a number of occasions, your intention to hold your feet and let your shots go is not the same to when you first started your career and you're knocking over guys that you was meant to get knocked over. Oh yeah, he's good with southpaws. Yeah, the Charles Martin fight. Charles Martin came into the arena eating pot noodle, and that belt was sold. I don't care what anyone tells them. That belt was bought on the night. Charles Martin fell down. He got up and he fell down again or whatever. And the fight was stopped in a round. But have you seen anybody else do that to Charles Martin? Charles Martin went away for a few years, went crazy, came back. So that fight was, for me, the belt was bought that night, or was already bought beforehand. Anyway, so yeah. And yeah, Gary Cornish. Yeah, he knocked out Gary Cornish around. Yeah, it's them days. Do you know what I mean? If you want to talk Gary Cornish, then talk about Matt Skelton. Who else? What's this guy? Good evening, Taylor. Matt Skelton. You know what? Let me actually do the proper stuff here. Let me go to Google and I'll reel off where they were talking about AJ being a bad man. Google. Box rec. Yeah, good old box rec. Ain't pull it up in a while. But for this, I've got to do it because I'm just fed up with the rubbish being spoken. Like, it's like, oh, it's even come up. Anthony Joshua. I didn't even have to look. Come on. Mess me around my internet. What's going on here? It's taking forever. Like I got dial-up internet. Yes, salute. Yeah, Zamana Love, Matt Legg, who else? Yeah, go for the names. Kevin Johnson, Matt Skelton. I mean, these guys are not world-class heavyweights. So when you talk about AJ on this monster run, knocking these guys out, that AJ, but who was he fighting? Who was he fighting at the time when everyone's calling him a monster? I don't understand it. It's rubbish. Even Dillian White he didn't knock out in the first round. So I don't understand where this myth has come from. The AJ is like this destructive. I don't know. Somebody can explain it to me. I'd love if somebody can explain it to me, but I don't understand where it comes from. Because of that. Good evening, Michael. Good evening, King Strick, Barry. So I don't understand where this rubbish comes from. That AJ is a big puncher. Back in the day, he was steamrolling guys that didn't want to be there. So that's my thoughts there. Second thing, it depends on what Anthony Joshua comes out. It doesn't matter what version of Anthony Joshua comes out. The Ben Davison version, the McCracken version, the Derek James version, what other version? The version of Anthony Joshua when he was going around America. It doesn't matter which. Remember my words. It doesn't matter which version of Anthony Joshua turns up on the night. He's got a problem against the southpaw. Now, looking at Otto Wallin and looking at Alexander Usyk, the first mistake that people are making with this fight is by comparing Usyk with Wallin. The second mistake people are making is that saying, Wallin cannot punch, right? When Wallin busted up Tyson Fury's face, that was no mistake, right? That wasn't a fluke that busted up his face. Go and look at Otto Wallin when he fought Dominic Breazeale. He busted up to Dominic Breazeale's face in a similar fashion. And I tell you now, you see how AJ's face got busted up against Usyk. That face there. He's got problems on Saturday night. He's got problems. I'll tell you why he's got problems for me. Because if Otto Wallin takes the aggressive approach, because this is, let me take it from the AJ perspective. This is what AJ will do, in my opinion, how I see it, with Ben Davison. Ben Davison's going to want a point to prove. He's going to prove, you know what? It's no need for Derek James. I can do it. I like the way Ben Davison's keeping himself out the eye line. I like the way he's doing it. So if it all goes wrong, well, you know, Ben wasn't really involved. He wasn't really involved. He was just advising AJ, but he wasn't really involved. That one of them ones. That's what will come out. But if AJ's success is like, Ben did the business there. See all that technical work there. Ben Davis, one of the best trainers in the world, and yeah, wait for it all. I know he hurt Fury as well, definitely. So for me, first thing, Otto Wallin can punch. He can punch. Don't sit there believing he can't punch. And he's a natural heavyweight. He's not a guy that moved up to heavyweight. Otto Wallin is a more purposeful puncher than Usyk. Usyk could bip, 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 and away. Bip, 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 and away. Wallin will throw that left hand and he'll let you know about it. Boom, and he'll sink it into your body, and boom, he's a thudding puncher, Wallin. Thudding puncher. Not one punch knockout artist, but the way AJ comes in, doesn't move his head, and he gets clocked with one of them big left hands, and he'll get clocked by them big left hands. When he gets clocked by them big left hands, you're gonna see. And you see how Usyk made him do a dance, and that's Usyk. Wallin's more, he stands there more and lets his shots rip. Usyk more is a guy that will throw 1, 2, 3 and get away, or throw a combination of punches and be away. Wallin will stand there and go boom, boom. He'll go, 1, 2, 3. Whereas Usyk will go boom, 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 and away. Usyk's hit and get away. Wallin doesn't mind getting hit with a shot to land his own. Otto Wallin is a problem. He's a southpaw. AJ hasn't had that much time to prepare for Wallin. It's a dangerous fight. They say he's got a good straight right hand. Wallin's weakness, for me, what I notice is he does leave his chin and his head in the air for a right hand. He is open to that. But AJ is open to that left hand. And the thing with AJ, if Wallin does this, if he takes the fight to AJ and he lands the left hands early, he's going to bring the old scarring back from the Usyk fights. I'm telling you now, he hits AJ, he'll remember the Usyk fights. And AJ is great on the front foot when he's in control. But when he's not in control and you start putting punches on AJ, you start hitting him on the chin, this is what happens. When he fought Usyk, when AJ started to get a little bit of control in the fight and started to try and exert some pressure, Usyk will hit him a nice straight left hand down the pipe and keep AJ quiet. And that, if AJ thinks he's going to get knocked out, he'll revert back to back in the day, which is, I don't want to really get myself involved. He's not the same fighter anymore. That's what I think. If Wallin can come out early and let that left hand go, and he's going to catch AJ with that left hand, and he's going to hurt AJ with that left hand. And AJ, when he's hurt, he'll hold, but when he gets hit with punches, he doesn't know what to do. His defense is not the greatest when he's hurt. So I stands, sits on the ropes there, but he has no. He doesn't throw counters when he's hurt. When AJ's hurt and his back is against the ropes, he does not throw counters. So this is not like Lennox Lewis we're talking here. And I think he's going to have a problem when he gets hit with the left hand. Wallin will buzz AJ. And when AJ gets hit, which strategy is he going to go to? Ben Davison? Derek James? Rob McCracken? Or he's going to do his own thing? Well, we saw what happens when he does his own thing when he fought Usyk. First fight. And remember this. Remember my words here. Because everyone's been talking about, AJ's out of form. We need to see the AJ of old. If the AJ of old turns up on Saturday night against Otto Wallin, he's getting knocked out. Ben Davison and AJ, they're going to lose this fight. I'll tell you why. Because AJ is going to want to prove something. I'm back. I'm a bad man. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take the fight and I'm going to be aggressive to him. And you're going to be aggressive against a southpaw, a slick southpaw who's got a good left hand and can move and will set traps for you. And you're going to come out, AJ, trying to throw big looping bombs. Okay. And you get a stiff one straight for the middle. Okay. The media will get AJ knocked out. Because remember, AJ's so thin-skinned that it was because of what Fury said that he couldn't box and he was a bodybuilder. That's the reason why AJ went out there and tried to box Usyk and cost himself losing the heavyweight championship of the world, trying to box Usyk. Yeah. And then you go and have a rematch and you try to be aggressive for Usyk, but Usyk knows already. The way to deal with you is that when you get out of hand, you start getting out of hand, you start trying to act like the landlord. I've got to remind you, I've actually got the keys, left hand, down the pipe, keep you quiet. Watch the fight of AJ when he fought Usyk, the second fight. And AJ had one good round. One good round he had. And the next round, Usyk said, right, I'm not having this with you. I'm not standing for this. You're getting it. So Usyk came out next round and almost knocked AJ out. And it shows me that when you stick it on AJ and you put it on him, he doesn't like it. You watch him when he fought, what's this guy's name? Dillian Whyte in that fight where you got rocked by Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte was injured in that fight. And he caught and shot. And he rocked AJ. And as soon as he hit AJ and he hurt him, AJ just stood there like a statue. That's why I knew that Ruiz would knock him out. I said, if Ruiz catch him with that left hook over the top, AJ won't see it. And then Ruiz, with his fast hands, will just dominate AJ. So he's not good on the back foot. He isn't. AJ is best, I'll say it now, he's best when he actually boxes. When AJ boxes and doesn't try and be a bad man, try and knock guys out, he's a good boxer. It's when he gets out the cage and tries to push a fight and tries to go for the knockout. And you watch and I'll give you examples. The flashpoint when he was with Dillian Whyte and he got tagged, he was on the attack. Flashpoint again, Klitschko, when he got buzzed, he was on the attack. Ruiz, when he got buzzed, he was on the attack. Usyk, when he got buzzed, he was on the attack. So AJ, as much as he's big and he's strong and he's all that stuff, it's okay. When he's on the attack is when there's a problem. And he's standing there and he's boxing, he's throwing, it's okay. It's okay. As long as once he gets over that, he starts getting like, I'm going to try and take you out. That's why AJ has a problem. And I don't think it's changed. And I don't think trainers will change the issues that he's got internally, mentally. So Wallin says he has secrets. I don't know. I hope that Wallin actually delivers, because if he does what I think he can do, he can bust up AJ's face, which would force a stoppage. But I actually think Wallin can stop. I really believe Otto Wallin can stop AJ. But really, this fight is not about what AJ does. It's about what Otto Wallin does. If Otto Wallin takes the aggressive approach and he's up in AJ's face and he lets his hands go, there's no chance for Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry. If he lets his hands go, he lets that left hand go, he's going to cause a real problem. A real problem. But again, on the flip side of all of this, because everybody wants to see Wilder versus Joshua, even though I don't think that fight's going to happen now. I believe that Joshua has already let the cat out of the bag that he wants to fight Hrgović. He wants to fight Hrgović for the IBF, become 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. That's what he wants to do. And then he may consider Wilder. But for now, I don't think he's going to consider Wilder. But I still don't think the fight's going to happen because one of these two guys are getting beat. But this is my thoughts on Joshua versus Wallin. It's not about what Joshua does on Saturday night. It's about what Otto Wallin does. Because we've seen what Joshua can do. I don't think he gets any better. I don't see how he can get any better because he's not been consistent with any one trainer. And Ben Davison, as far as I'm concerned, is going to want to make a name for himself. Even if it's in a small capacity, he's going to be the man. He's going to say, oh, yeah, I'm the guy that went out there and revered AJ. He don't need any American trainers. I'm the guy who said, AJ, get out there and put it on him. That's what. And if he tries to stick it on Wallin, I think he walks onto a shot. And that is where the problems start for AJ. Let's see now. I got these questions. Yeah, I got points. Yep. You enjoyed? I'm going to go back and do a Man United thing later. Gary Cornish, yes. Good evening, Taylor. Matt Legg, yeah, that was another one. Zimbana Love, oh yeah, that one. Highlight real special. King Strick, how you doing? Who else? Michael Thomas, how you doing, bro? How's it doing over there in England? Huh? What's the weather like? And those storms, out there, you got some bad storms over there. They closed London Euston down today, I hear. Eric Molina. Wilder looks hungry. Yeah. I think Joshua will KO Wallin in later rounds if Wallin tires. Otherwise, Joshua on points. Wallin's not as good as they're making him out to be. That AJ myth comes from Matchroom PR. Yeah. You say that Wallin's not as good as people make him out to be. I don't think Joshua's as good as everyone makes him out to be. I think Wallin is overlooked. That's what I think. Molina, yeah, Eric Miller, he didn't come to fight. Robert Garcia version, yeah. AJ didn't want workout, bro. No, he didn't. Wonder why. We'll see how good he looks or how bad he looks. Or is he injured? Well, you don't know. If Wallin hurts Joshua, he's in trouble. Yeah, he's in big trouble. Wallin also hurt Fury in the 12th. He did. And he busted up Fury's face. Go back and watch that Brazil fight. Who's Brazil working? Who's Bashir working with in Saudi? I think he's with Miller. Thudding power. The presser was dead. Thank God for Miller. Wallin live wire. Wilder means business. Hey, well, we'll see. You think AJ will get buzzed? Yes. Would you like to attend the fight in Saudi? Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think sometimes it's good to just be where you are in this situation. I'll stay where I am. Blessingham, you know what time it is, brother. My boy returns. Wilder. Yeah. Oh, I've got some thoughts about him, which I'll do in my next video. Jason Gavin. Yeah. Wilder fought Gavin, not Joshua. Did he? Joshua fight Gavin? I don't think he did. Bash up AJ. AJ better work on Jay's Southpaw season. Are you watching the pay-per-view for all the fights? Yes, I am. 6 hours plus full card. My biggest problem is that we're doing a Christmas cricket tomorrow, doing Christmas cricket. So I'm going to try and finish it early. I don't even know when the fights start, to be honest with you. So, you know, at the time now in Africa is 9:49, which would be 8:49 in the UK. He did. Both have fought Gavin. Oh, okay. Joshua did fight Gavin then. Okay. I know that I interviewed Gavin before he fought Wilder. And yeah, I remember that Gavin and Team Fury didn't have much good things to say about Gavin apart from his bright white teeth. 6 p.m. UK time? Okay, that'd be 7 o'clock my time. That'd be cool. Maybe 6 p.m. That's cool. 11:45 p.m. Joshua in UK. Okay. Caballero versus Makhmudov. Well, yeah. Okay. I'll say it before very quickly. I'll say it again. Makhmudov is one big stiff idiot. I've told you already. I keep telling you guys about Makhmudov. I hope Caballero puts some real punches on that Makhmudov. Makhmudov looks like a beast because he's big and he's got a big head. That's it. He's got a big head. When you start punching guys like Makhmudov back, it's another story altogether. And mark my words here. If Makhmudov falls over tomorrow night, I will not be surprised. I like Caballero. I hope Caballero punches him up because I'm sick and tired of watching that guy. Caballero can move. Yeah. His head's big. He's good off the back foot. Is he good on the front foot, though? You see how him and Takam fought? You see how Takam gave him a run for his money? Carlos Takam. Come on, bro. It's not... bro, that dude is not... You know, two guys should fight. Makhmudov and this guy Herkovic. Both of them. Both of these guys I find useless. I'm sorry. Herkovic... Okay, Makhmudov couldn't beat my guy, Zhang. Makhmudov can't beat Zhang. Yeah. Forget Makhmudov, man. I've said he's big. That's all he is. He's big. He's got a big head. Otto Wallin come to beat Andrew Hughes for AJ. Caballero, yeah, Caballero's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. And Caballero's got the skill set to give Big Ed a problem. Whether Rascal in UK. Well, there's nothing but sun here in Africa. Cabal bashed up Waters, all right. He did. Cabal's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. The best fighter that I believe that Big Head is fighting. And I don't rate Big Head. He's just big. He's just big. I don't think he's got great boxing skills. He's just big. He's intimidating. He's big. He's got a big head. But if you could tell me he's a good boxer, I'm not saying here. I wouldn't run home to watch Makhmudov box. Like, name me 4 guys Makhmudov has fought. Straight off your top of your head. Tell me the 4 guys Makhmudov has fought that you like say, yeah, that was a great fight. Forget Makhmudov, man. King Arthur. Yeah, I rate King Arthur. I think King Arthur is a world class operator. I think he's got world class skill set. I said that when he fought Anthony Yard the first time. So he's got a world class skill set. But I think that Bivol is elite. I think Arthur's world class, Bivol is elite. Don't know anything, to be honest. Yeah. See here now? See? World class, my ass. Really? Okay, you don't think he's world class, Lyndon Arthur? Lyndon Arthur's world class. You don't know your boxing, bro. Lyndon Arthur's a world class. Lyndon Arthur, when you look at Lyndon Arthur, and I'm not talking about that second Anthony Yard fight where I don't think he even wanted to be there that night. I think Lyndon Arthur is a world class fighter. Okay, mate, bro, it's my opinion. If you don't like it, that's your opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, he's a world class fighter. When I look at a fighter, I'm looking at his skill set. I don't need Sky Sports or DAZN or this guy's got a world class skill set. Saturday night will show you. I'm not saying he'll beat Bivol, but I believe he's going to put on a performance that will make him. When I'm saying he's a world class, he's got a world class. First of all, he's got a world class jab, really, really good jab, and he's got good boxing fundamentals. Bivol is elite. There are levels to this, and I think Bivol's elite. Who's the Aussie fighting? He's fighting the guy that fought in the boxer, the boxer series. He fought our guy, and he beat our guy from Jamie. It's Jamie Smith. He fought Jamie Smith, and he beat Jamie Smith in the finals. Lyndon is a great technician. Thank you very much. No, he's not. He's a contender level. The world class level gets thrown around too much. No, he's world class. You can see a guy that can fight in the top. Are you telling me he's under the top 10, Martin Lyndon Arthur? Are you going to tell me Lyndon Arthur is not a top 10 heavyweight, light heavyweight? Are you going to tell me he's not in the top 10, Lyndon Arthur? Come on, man. He's got a better skill set than Joe Smith Jr., who's just a slugger. I think that Arthur is more technically gifted at the elite, at world level than Yard is. We'll see on Saturday night. We'll see what Lyndon Arthur does on Saturday night. I think he's going to do well. I'll be ready for FIFA tonight, Christmas special. Time to catch up. Ingram, remember when Nick Hallin said, world class, you better believe it. Listen, you look at a fighter and you look at someone like Lyndon Arthur. First thing I think about is jab. He's got a world class jab there. He's got a real good left jab there. Really good. He's a good fighter. Very good fighter. And I told you all that Lyndon Arthur was a good fighter before he fought Anthony Yard. What channel is the fight on? No idea. Big up, Ingram. Joshua is winding me up. So annoying. Well, it might be the end of him Saturday night. So, because Eddie and Frank are both promoting. Yeah, it's on DAZN and TNT Sports. Hey, what about the return of Adam Smith? Yeah, it's nice to see Adam Smith back. He had a brutal year. He did. Tell me, watching what would say about world class. I don't know about world class. This is reckless boxing from Benridge. His legs have gone. No, but I think Lyndon Arthur's got a better chance than Zorro has. Let's put it this way. Lyndon Arthur's got a better chance than Zorro. Why? Because Bivol's not that kind of man. He's not that kind of man. Whereas the other dude, that cruiserweight dude, he's just looking to take your head off. So I don't know how Zorro's going to do in that fight. I don't know. I know Jamie Smith can punch, but there's Jamie Smith punching power, and there's Joe Apatow, or I pronounce his name right. His punching power is another thing altogether. I want him back on comms. And Joshua is tottering on the brink. Oh my word! Miller and Diversity. Well, I'm going to do a video on that in a moment. Will you do a post-fight live? I did a post-fight before. I'll do it again. Have you ever spoken to Adam? Yes, I have. I did an interview with Adam, in fact, and I stuck it on Adam straight away. Said, Sky Sports are a bit biased, aren't they? I stuck it on him. He says, you'll never catch. You'll never get. No, Sky Sports will never be biased in a Kell Brook fight. Will never be biased. I did the interview. Check Bwtm Sports, Adam Smith. Frank and Eddie. Eddie doesn't deserve it. Frank should never have stood with Hearn. Warren is a legend. Hearn is a pretender. Now, have I not said that years ago? I kept saying it. Eddie, if you want to get paid on time and you want to get your head kicked in quickly, go to Eddie Hearn. But when you talk about style over substance, you can't compare Eddie to Frank. And it's good. All them Eddie Hearn, Eddie's the best promoter in the world. Eddie's this, Eddie's that. Eddie can do this, Eddie can do that. Well, he couldn't get Serrano and Taylor to fight. Eddie's great. Eddie. We've got Wilder and Joshua in the same room. Eddie. Eddie. You got Khan and Brook to fight. Nothing to do with Eddie. Eddie. Game changer. Then Eddie said he had a game changer. So if Eddie's got a game changer, right, or game changed, Frank Warren will have to say, checkmate. That's it. And that's how G works. What's he like? He's all right. He's all right. He's just like a normal dude. Yeah, he does look he looks creepy, but he's a cool dude, Adam Smith. He just looks creepy. Eddie Hearn is biting at him being a Frank Warren show. I'm telling you, good. It's what I call that word? Retribution. And there's more to come. I love it. Go on, Frankie boy. What about Shalom? I'd love to meet him. I think I'm quite a good judge of character. I think he's a cool dude, Ben Shalom. I think he's a cool dude. I haven't been wrong. Most of the people that I've seen, like on TV, and I've looked at him enough times. I think Ben Shalom's a cool dude. I think he's a cool dude, in my personal opinion. His ego is really rubbing him up the wrong way. Good, let it keep rubbing up the wrong way. Shalom frustrates me. He keeps pulling guys out of purse bids. Wait, it's not like Eddie was winning many purse bids. Aha, creepy. But why did Frank decide to work with Eddie? Because there's lots of money around. Why did they stop Fraser versus Wardley, though? I don't know. At the time, I don't think Fraser Clark had a 10-rounder, I believe. Earn was slacking Shalom off because of Fraser Clark. Or whatever. I'm not bothered too much what Hearn's got to say. I like Frank has always been, for me, Frank has always been the dude for me. I've always been the guy for me. I can relate more to Frank Warren than I ever would with Eddie. Always able to relate to Frank. Always able to talk to him, and you know what I mean. Him and the whole of the Warren family. Frank, George. Did I meet George Warren? I met Frank. What's his brother? Frank's brother I met. And then Alfie Warren, I was pretty good. I got really well with Alfie as well. Then he's got his security outfit. Well done, Alfie, for that. If you're watching, well done. Yeah. So we go. Smith's creepy. Yeah, he just looks a bit creepy, you know. But I don't know if he's actually creepy, but he looks creepy. Park 8 and beating Wilder, I don't see it. Well, okay. All right, so let me finish this video here, and then I come back and we'll talk Wilder versus Parker. That's going to be an interesting one. Thank you all for watching. As always, this is Bwtm Sports. Don't go anywhere, because when I get back, we're talking Parker versus Wilder. Do you know Frank Warren personally? Like, if you walk past, yeah, of course I know Frank. Frank knows me. Yeah, of course. Him, Jim Rosenthal, Colin Hart, Gareth A. Davis, all them dudes. And Miller versus Dubois, dude. So I know them. Jim Rosenthal was the best, though. I met Jim and his wife. We were in an elevator. He went, "Well, mate." I said, "Hi. Where have you been?" I said, traveling. Colin Hart, met him. Where the blighter have you been, my boy? I said, I'm traveling halfway around the world, you know. And then the other one, Jeff Powell as well. So they all know. Cool dudes as well. They're good. Bunsey, yeah, I know Bunsey. I know Bunsey from way back. Yeah. I was the one that helped him with the Kirkland Lang interview. He came to Hackney. I knew Bunsey before then because I used to spend some time with a friend of mine in Tamworth. And Bunsey would be getting the train because he used to live in Tamworth and get the train from Tamworth into London. Yeah, I've known Bunsey for years. Do you know when the fight times are? And I don't. Is he okay? He's all right. Maybe a bit of watch along. I don't know. Timing is everything, isn't it? I'm an hour ahead here, and I'll be coming straight in from a cricket festival we got tomorrow. Probably starting at 8 o'clock in the morning and probably finishing at 6 in the evening. So yeah, it's gonna be one of them ones. 5 p.m. UK start. Okay. John Rawlings, another legend. Can't stand Andy Lee and the other guy. I love John Rawlings. He's an absolute legend. And Barry Jones was my old sparring partner. I never sparred Barry, but we were in the same gym together. We trained together. I was in the gym actually when he was preparing to fight Acelino de Freitas. Yeah. Barry Jones is my gym mate when I was boxing. Yeah. Good old Barry Jones. Shout out to him. Mike Costello. No. He's all right, Mike Costello. Who remembers Skeletor? Where's Skeletor? Bring back Skeletor. Every time I used to hear Skeletor talk, even if you see him, it sounds like he's got a radio in his mouth. I'm guessing ST around 5 p.m, bro. I can't stand him. What, Skeletor or Mike Costello? Right, let me get out of here and do the next video. Ruling all day after all these bums. Okay. Ian Dark was the greatest. That's it. Ian Dark is the greatest. Costello. Right, let me get out of here. Guys, Mark Demore redemption arc to begin. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Right, let me get out of here. I'll talk to you guys once I get back. Demore. I'm getting out of here. Right, I shall see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.